to the Success Coach. My name is Mohammed Rashid Kamal.
My name is Shadow Rashid.
On today's episode, this is a special Eid celebration episode coming you from the Success Coach. On today's episode, this is really special and we have got a lot of different things for you guys to share, and I have for that Shadia Rashid, one of the excellent and fantastic girl from the Washington DC. You've got a lot of things working on, and she's one of the founder of the Global Mindset University as well. If you have not yet be familiar with that, please go ahead and be familiar with the Global Mindset University. You can find a lot of resources related to knowledge. Great. Shadia, how is it going on?
Oh, it's been great here.
Great.
Yes, good.
So,
we had a very yummy, delicious meal.
Okay.
We had fun, and we also recited a little bit of Quran.
Awesome.
Especially Surah al-Adha, which
Really? Okay. Great. So, let me go ahead and start. In Muslim religion, there are two main holidays, which is Eid al-Adha and then Eid al-Fitr. So Eid al-Adha is something we celebrated right after the Eid al-Fitr in 2 months and 2 weeks. So we have got here another guest here. His name is, what's your name?
Amir.
Amir. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about how was your Eid? How was your Eid?
Well, yes, my Eid is doing very well here.
Great.
Well, we had a very delicious meal. That is one thing. We recited the Quran, and we also had fun for each other.
Okay. Awesome. So,
we didn't do anything.
Yes,
We just fun.
Amir, let me ask you this question. Which one was your favorite food from today? Can you listen? Which one was your favorite food today?
Me?
Yes, I'm asking you, Amir Rashid.
Pancake with egg and juice and milk.
Ooh, I mean, in general, that's your favorite food. I know that, which is pancake.
Like a big meal.
Okay.
Because how would you drink food? And some syrup.
Yes, I'm just gonna put him in the camera over here. That's Amir Rashid. He's also part of the Global Mindset University. What are you doing in Global Mindset University, Amir? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I wonder.
Go ahead, Amir. It's your time. Can you please tell us? The camera is over here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in Global Mindset University?
My favorite food is
Not about food.
It's not about food. It's about what are you doing in Global Mindset University?
Yes.
Well, I'm telling you what's my favorite food.
Okay, that's a good thing. You can tell us. But Amir, today I've got a chance to look at you while you was doing some maths, right, Amir? You was doing some maths, yes. With maths with food. He liked to learn maths. That's what I like from Amir.
Maths made out of food.
Look at him.
So when I watch some videos, when I watch some of your videos, I went to the playlist, which is and I've also seen that Amir did also like that too.
Listen.
The same thing to learning AZ. By the way, I like Lexia more because it gives you turns. Like when you get one wrong, it asks you again. But my favorite food is and it also tells you in a much more easier way so that you can get it correct.
Okay, awesome.
Move on to the other one.
So, Shadia, we haven't yet really started the question and answer session that we are arranged, and also we have a lot of cool stuff. For those of you who just joined to the Success Coach, this is a live session coming you from the Success Coach. My name is Mohammed Rashid Kamal.
And my name is Shadow Rashid.
Great. On today's episode, this is a special Eid celebration, which is the Eid al-Adha for 1441. That's the Hijriya calendar. Yes, that's the Hijriya calendar. That's what we are celebrating today, Eid al-Adha. What makes Eid al-Adha really different, or especially that there is udhiyah. You need to make udhiyah. Udhiyah means slaughtering Yes, can you tell us a little bit about udhiyah? Why it is required, and if you can also tell us about Nabiullah Ismail and those cool stuff of Sharia.
Yes, well, I do know that Prophet Ismail is Prophet Ibrahim's son.
Right.
We both built a Kaaba.
That's
and after
right.
that got destroyed, and then the Quraysh, which is the tribe of the Prophet, needed to rebuild it from, And so during that time, before that comes, you need to fast for 10 days of Dhul Hijja, which have passed. Yes, 10 days of Dhul Hijja.
Okay.
And also that you should eat as much as you'd like. Like my favorite meal, which we ate for Eid, was, I think that my favorite was the cake. It did not have too much icing. Well, I suppose. I don't think there was any icing at all.
Do you like some have you eaten some kitfo today?
Oh, yes. It's
Was
yummy.
that your favorite as well? I know.
Yes, it was also.
Okay. Because I know you like kitfo, and also some gomen with cheese, which is called Aybe gomen. How is that?
Yes, it's good.
You know what I like, Ashadi, the food that is made here is really what I like is really most is because there is Lulu Garden. You know that, Ashadi. This Lulu Garden has, even if it's really small, but it's giving us a lot of those fresh vegetables.
A lot of food
From the garden.
Some of them are outside the garden. Some of them are crawling to our neighbor's garden.
Would you please tell us some of the vegetables that your mommy, which is Lulu Garden, is growing? Can you tell us a little bit about that? I see some tomatoes.
There's tomatoes, and when baby tomatoes, they are born green, but as they grow, they start to turn to a reddish color.
Right.
Then you can pick them off.
Okay.
Another thing we also do have is grapes. We put a sign which shows a grapes so that we know that it is grapes part.
Awesome.
Each morning I like to check on the grapes because first they're green, just like the tomatoes, and then they start to turn purple, blue, or green.
Okay, great. I mean, so it's really great to have that kind of garden where you can get those, fresh veggie, and you cook them and eat, because it's about health, right? Because, when you talk about plan or your goal, achieving your goal, one of the most important thing is about your health. If someone is not healthy, they cannot achieve their goal. Great.
Yes, that's why I took a little bit of piece of cake, not too big.
Okay.
Because then I want to be healthy.
I mean, I remember when you was 5, Sharia, there was one viral video that you made. It's about nutrition fact. About nutrition fact. You was 5. I posted with your permission. I posted that video on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Actually, it's one of the professional platform, and it got a lot of view, and people was so amazed. You was 5,
I don't think so it was that one. I think it was the one when I was talking about nutrition facts.
Right. Yes.
My voice sounded different that time. I was not scared.
Right.
I wasn't scared.
You see?
And lots of people commented, lots of likes, and that was amazing.
Yep.
That is the most famous video I have ever posted on LinkedIn.
Okay. Sharia, can you tell me, because I've got a lot of questions from my fellow people, and they're asking me that, ask Sharia how she become confident enough like this. Speaking in front of people is not easy. It's really challenging. Most people are scared of camera, like sitting in front of camera and talk.
Especially my little brother is scared of camera. Well, I don't think so, but his voice is smaller. He needs to talk a little louder, I think.
Mm-hmm. So how you develop this kind of activity, Ashari? How? Because it's not easy for people to come up in front of a camera and talk in front of the people. How you develop this experience? Can you tell us some tips and tricks?
Oh, yes. Well, the first thing, pretend that no one is on the audience. Just pretend like that, and just think that you're practicing.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, think about more stuff you could talk about while you're talking, or maybe when you have a pause. And also, during these parts, you should not say any filter words.
Okay.
They're like because they have no meaning. They're meaningless.
Okay.
So I suppose that many people should stop using it.
Right. But what is filter word, Ashari? I want to know about that. What is filter word?
So filter words, there are gaps like those are filter words, and we need to avoid them because 1, they are meaningless. 2, they fill gaps. See, filter words. They fill in the gaps. 3, they don't have any meaning. Well, I said that in the beginning. They don't have any meaning. And one last thing is that you should stop using it. Many people use it for no reason. They just say Well, instead of saying that, you could say, let me think, or wait, I'm thinking, like those.
Okay.
Instead of saying those.
Thank you. You know, one of the important thing what I have learned in my several experience making public speaking, you see, you got all of those experience, those filter words. You may not know. One additional tip I want to add on that part is a Shadi, recording yourself over a video and later on review it. How many filter word did you use? And which one is your most common filter word? Some people might say the again and again. Some people might say so. See?
Yeah, one day when I was making a video, I was going to check if there was any filter words, and I was wondering why I was saying so many times. Why was I saying the word so a lot of times? So then I decided to do it again without saying so too many times.
Right.
I only said it around 5 times or 3, but
Okay. Great. And this is really important tip, Shadi, because I know a lot of people are now watching us live here in Facebook and also in a Shadi Rashid page, Facebook, and as well as on the YouTube channel. So again, you can send us the questions. Questions are coming privately here, and you can send your questions directly on the comment section as well if you'd like to post those questions. And Shadi, I have another question for you here. Now we are on this COVID-19. It looks like the COVID-19 is not going away very easy. So far, we have lost several thousand lives.
A lot.
Right. Would you please tell us a little bit like how this the COVID-19, I mean the infection, which is a viral infection, how is it transferred from one person to another? Can you tell us the route of transfer?
Well, it starts from cough, fever. And the symptoms, if you have COVID-19, you might get cough. You could even get a headache or flu, like something that is similar to the flu.
Right.
You get cough. You could also get like fever or headache, all those.
Great. So one of the advice for the people, so what do you want to advise if they have cough or fever, Shadi? I know WHO is recommending that if you have one of those symptoms, you need to isolate yourself from other people because the transmission is really high. If you have this COVID-19, it will transfer to another person. So isolate yourself and then notify your doctor immediately. Call your doctor or your hospital wherever you're going, and let them know that I have this kind of symptom. So from that symptom, the doctors or the hospital that when you're going to visit, they will be ready for you to make sure that they're gonna check your your symptoms, and as well as they will take your sample, and they will decide whether you have it's a real COVID-19 or not. If not, so if it is, you need to isolate yourself for about 2 weeks. That's the time where the infection starts, and then it might go ahead and it disappear in 2 weeks. But sometimes there is one starking news coming from Brazil, which is the infection, the COVID-19 is really growing very high over there as well. And the Brazilian president, Bolsonaro, he have got like 3 times this, the test was 3 times positive. So it may not mean that once you get COVID-19, you need to be tested, right, Ashadi? You need to be tested.
You can't throw it back away and then you won't have it. It's stays there. Doctors are trying to find the treatment or...
Right. Oh, the vaccine. Exactly. I mean, still, US struggling to find the COVID-19 vaccine. That's hard behind. So there might be some possibilities. We might gonna have some vaccines in very soon, before the end of 2020 or before the beginning of 2021. But these things are just unless it's coming here, and then it took some time, right, to have that vaccination distributed all over across and get those public people. So that's really important. Shadi, I'm gonna come up with you with another question here. So another thing here is one of the question I have got, Shadi, you have got a very good typing skill. Your typing skill is really great. And one of the question is coming, Shadi, how you improve your typing skill. If you can tell us, share some of the websites you are using to improve your typing skill. And another question is, when you type, you're not watching, you're not looking at the keyboard. That's another skill you have, Shadi. And at this early age, you are now 7, but you start typing even before that. So can you tell us how you improve your typing skill?
Oh, well, I don't look at the keyboard, and I can also tell you how I started to learn how to type.
Okay.
From on LinkedIn, when I was actually on Facebook, when I was looking, not on Facebook, actually on LinkedIn, and then I was looking, and then after that, I saw something. It was a guy, and he was very good at typing. He was so fast, and then after that, I thought, if he could do it, maybe I could do it too.
Right.
But I wanted to do from this website called typing.com, and it started to get a little easier. Then I started to do nitro type, and after that, now I'm so close to getting faster. So during that time, I used to look at the keyboard, not even putting my hand on F and J, I just that letter, and keep on like that. And now I am not looking at the keyboard, I'm just typing.
That's awesome, Mishari. So the website, I just put it right there, www.typing.com. That's where you guys can get to practice your typing skill, because typing is really important. So if you are someone who types very fast, see, you will have time to, for example, if you are taking a note or if you are studying some, make a note while you are studying, is really helpful. So that's how Shadia become a very good typer. So it's really important.
I have a question about COVID-19.
Okay.
You guys must be wondering how many people have died from COVID-19 now. Well, that's a big number. It is 1,231.
That many people we lost today.
I know. So close to getting a million.
Right. So that's really starking number. So, I mean, when this COVID-19 was first announced here in the US, in Washington State, that's where it was, the COVID-19, the first case was died. And from that time, people was really alarmed, and everybody was saying, "Oh, don't touch your face, don't shake people, change our greeting, not face." Yes. So let's keep those practice. Let's keep our distance from other people, and also if you have that symptom, please stay isolate yourself. Be in a
stay away from other people. stay at home, maybe you could take a nap if that's okay.
Right.
And maybe you can do other stuff that could help you, like eat soup.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Without touching your parents, because you might get it.
Okay, Asharia. Let's continue with some question, Ashari. So here you have tell us really important thing, tips and clue on typing skill, improving a typing skill, which is really important, and I really appreciate that. And I want to ask you another question here, Asharia. There is one learning platform that you are good at it, which is the one you completed as well, Lexia Core 5, which is one of the great learning platforms, Shadi. I know you completed Lexia Core 5 from level 1 to level 21, right? Am I right, Shadi?
Yes.
Can you tell us some tips and tricks how you be able to complete Lexia Core 5? Because recently I have read that the Lexia Core 5, it goes to until grade 5. You are right now grade 1.
Yes.
Right.
But now I'm still on grade 1, and I'm about to get on grade 2.
Yes. So how you be able to complete that? Was there someone helping you? I mean, I know as far as I am, I know I'm just challenging. So just to make yourself, right? Because if you're not doing it by you, like if I help a Sharia sitting make down, and if I do her work, she's not gonna be gobas, right? You're not. So
Yeah, I won't.
I want to know. People are asking me here how you complete Lexia Core 5. I know there is consistency. I love consistency. Go ahead, Ashar. It's your time. Tell us a little bit of tips and tricks and how you easily complete Lexia Core 5.
Well, yes, before I tell you that, I want to tell you when I was so close to being in Lexia Core 5, my minutes were 978, around there, which is a big number. I was doing it for a lot. Well, at least an hour. Then after that, I was hoping for 2 hours. But then I just completed it in less than 2 hours.
Right.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
And how I completed Lexia Core 5 is that I did not stop. Don't let anyone help it. And after when I completed Lexia Core 5, I was going to read a chapter book.
Okay.
To make sure if my reading was good, and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was mastered. And then
Right.
I was so happy that I decided to record it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that everyone could see it. Not just only my family, just other people.
Okay. That's
And
right.
the reason I completed it is because I had persistence. I did not stop. And also, when I got something wrong, it asks me again. One thing, which was the hardest one, is when I needed to read a passage, and then Lexia Core 5 will tell you some questions about the passage. I got a few of them correct, but just around 2 or 3 wrong.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great, Shari. I mean, yeah, consistency is one of the takeaway that I get from you. Consistency. Let's say people might ask you, they have asked you before as well, like how you be able to complete. So I know you answered as consistency. Be consistent. Let's say if you spend 20 minutes or 30 minutes every day in your work, no matter how slow you are, you'll complete one day, right, Shadi?
Yeah. Like for an example, one day on news, I heard that, well, not on news, it was about a story.
Okay.
If you do like chatting with people, doing those stuff with people, you won't do anything. You don't get anything.
Okay.
Or if you do just chat. You don't get anything from it.
Right.
But if you do your work more than just chatting with people, playing with your phone, games, then you'll feel to learn more stuff because it gives you something. It gives you education. But just chatting, those stuff, it does not give you anything.
Okay.
So what you do is just chat with other people.
Great. That's really great, Sharia. For those of you who just join us, you are watching the Success Coach in Global Mindset University. I'm Mohammed Rashid.
And my name is Ishaq Rashid.
Yeah, so you are watching this special episode coming you through on the day of the ul-Adha 1141. This is a special episode. We are discussing, me and Shari are discussing a lot of questions that are coming from the community. And now you guys have sent a lot of questions in the Global Mindset University YouTube channel, Facebook page, and as well as a direct email, which is askashadi@servicenowstar.com. Right. So we have.
So now I think it's time to create an E-Day paper craft.
Absolutely. That's the most fun part here. I want to let Shadia to go ahead and create some painting here. Because, I mean, Shadi, let me ask you this question for you. Can you tell me some of the benefits of painting? Because I've got one of the question came from the people with that they consider painting as maybe time waste. Okay, if kids are not reading a book, they consider that this is a time waste, and I don't want my kid to waste some of the things. So, what are the benefits of painting? Let's talk about that first.
Well, mostly it's good for babies. Like if they want to show their emotion, if they want to show their emotion, then you could tell them about that. And also that painting, it teaches them how to read words, and maybe it lets them how to paint and draw pictures of many more stuff.
Right. That means like expressing their emotion. It could be like drawing a happy face or a sad or a mad face, or you may draw a cow, right, Shadi? And then you express your emotion like that. Great. Now, without any further delay, let's give the floor to Shadia Rashid. She's going to draw this beautiful painting. Haven't yet seen it. What she's going to do? So this is, as you can see, it's a live session here in Facebook, and you're watching us in YouTube channel as well, in Success Coach, Global Mindset University. So let's
people is watching it. And don't forget to like this video if you like it.
Yeah, if not, you may give a thumb down and give us your feedback, because we are here.
You can also tell us the feedback in the comments.
Yes, so that's the most important thing, Ashari. I remember one of the hadiths, it say, the best person among you, or the best people among you, is the one who learn and teach, right?
Yes, learn and teach the Quran. That's why I teach the Quran and learn Quran with Ashadia, which is on my playlist.
That's right, Ashadi. That's right.
And now let's talk about a bit of painting. Also on my channel, you can find on the playlist, which is about painting, and you can learn about the benefit of painting. And now let's go back to painting and E-Day paper craft.
Absolutely. That's the fun part, Shadi. I really appreciate you for doing that. And I know this is one of the beautiful program ever we have here at the Success Coach, and as well as Global Mindset University. Thank you for your support, everyone. We'll continue. And Shadia, she's going to share her screen, and she's going to start painting. Oh, before that, Shadia.
Oh, yes.
Can you please, I saw one of, you paint something this morning, and I got a pleasure to look at you now. If you can show us that, please, that will be great, Ashari.
Oh, yes.
You have that next to you, and you can show us.
Yeah, it's right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'll need to move it back because
okay.
It's so big.
Awesome.
I colored it. I did everything.
Okay.
Right here, they have E-Day to everyone.
Okay.
And some stars, and this is my mom, this is my brother, me and my dad, and this is my little brother. And there's also some presents, like for an example, this one, which is mostly for Valentine's Day, but I just decided to add it. More presents, like one here, and also a star present that I decided to add.
Good. Yeah. I mean, it's really beautiful, Shari. The main thing is here the idea, happiness, right? What you showing us here, people are happy, opening their arm, okay? And hugging each other and opening arm and saying hello to everyone, which is really great. I mean, that's the most important thing. We lose this time especially because of this COVID-19. It's really hard for you to hug someone or say, have a closer connection and talk. But on picture, you did it. We are really missing that time, and hopefully COVID will go away and we can have that beautiful time again, Sharia. Thank you very much for sharing that beautiful picture. I really love it, Sharia. I want to keep it that, and then that's really historical, Sharia. Especially this is the time where everybody is struggling, staying at home. And
it started when my brother created one, and I thought, if he could do it, then how about me? And then I went over to get a paper, some markers, everything I have in my work spot.
Awesome.
Got paper, marker, and even a pencil to the feet and maybe the outlines of them, so that I.
You know what I like, Ashari? Can you hold it again?
Oh yes.
The color choice. Look, everyone, please watch this painting here. So look the color choice. What she used those colors. Now look at her mom over there, the first one, and she dressed up with the pink. That's true. She dressed up with the pink, and then her hijab. And next to her, there is a Sharia herself, and right there
is my brother. And
that's right, and really great, really beautiful. I like the color.
And also on my channel, I let him record his
awesome.
Lexia.
Great.
Own account.
That kind person, Sharia.
Yeah. Let's put it back up.
Okay.
Which was my favorite is the poster. I did the poster, then I started here, all the way to there.
Looks really great, Ashari. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Now, I think it's time for all of us to watch you paint. Let's go ahead and start with that, Ashari.
So, let's do this. Here we are. So, we could paint starting from here. So, by the way, the first thing that I want to do here is that what I want to do, I want to make maybe a poster, like here. Maybe I need to make it like that. And then I could put in Happy Eid Day. Happy Eid Day. Happy Eid Day. After that, maybe I'll add some people who are starting to open the gifts. Like right here, over here, it shows everyone, but they're not opening the gifts. So right now, I'm going to let them open the gifts. So now, let me look back at it. Maybe I'll let my little brother open the blue one because that's his favorite color. Maybe my brother could have this one. Maybe my dad could have the yellow one, and my mom could have this pink one. And maybe I can share the pink one with my mom because we both like pink, or maybe with my brother. And now let's do it. So let's make my mom. She has a blue hijab, so let's change the color to blue for hijab. First, let's start with the eyes. The eyes. Here's the eyes, and she's smiling. And the next thing she has a pink dress. Instead, let's make it red because we do not have any pink. Let's undo that, actually. Let's make it good. And maybe we should redo the Eid Day also because it's a little bit too something. But maybe since we already know it's Eid Day, we should not really add it. Let's undo it. Okay, then after that, let's make them opening the gifts. Let's start from my mom, right here. And she has a red dress. Let's make her have the presents. So let's erase this and maybe let's do it again. Okay, here we are. Let's make her in the middle with that dress and feet. And she has the present on her feet. Let's make that. She would be super happy. There it is. And let's add that maybe. A little closing after that. Then let's add the eyes. Let's make her happy. Whoops, some of them are big. Let's make her blue hijab. Let's change the color to blue. This should take at least I think, an hour. Okay. Eraser, no, not the eraser. Let's fill it in because we can't fill it in like adding the fill, but we do need to color inside it, which is a really hard work, right? Yeah, it is really hard work, so it would take about a lot. So now let's color in here. Color. I'll just color in a little bit because it's so much that I need to color a lot. So let's color in there, color out there, and it's done. After that, let me add me opening the present, which I can show you here. This present was my brother. Next to the cat. By the way, we don't really have a pet cat, but I just decided to add one. Like, it's someone else's family. So there it is. Let's go ahead and add it. First, let's add me. And I have a pink hijab with a blue dress. But that's not really true. What I really had when I was dressing up, as you see, that my hijab is pink and also my dress is pink. But I just decided to add that like that. So my dress is blue. Let's do it. Let's go ahead. And it looks like that. We're almost done. Maybe I should change the way it looks. Let me make it bigger. Aha! I've changed it to bigger, so it'll be much more better. Let me add this one with it. Because it's much more better. Let me add more of the other stuff. Okay, we're almost done, by the way. We just need to add me, my blue dress, and maybe let's add that pink hijab. Whoops, I was supposed to change it to different, but never mind. Just color in here, color in there. I wonder why the hijab is big. Let's erase some. Okay, erase some here, erase some there. Whoops, we need to erase that little tiny stuff. And then go back to our coloring, which is that. Let's change it back to the black. Okay, looks like it's done. And then me and my brother having it after that. First of all, let's go ahead and add the thing, the heart-shaped present. Let's make it wrapped around. Okay, it is almost done, by the way. As you see, that now we see that it looks better. Picture, he has him. Oh, it's a little too close. He is him, and that's me next to my dad because I usually hang out with him. And let's put this downer. We do have the text up here, so now look closely and keep on looking for and look for what he looks like so that I know. So now he has brown hair, actually black, which is the same as me. So let's add him here so that I can open it, then he could come and let's both eat the chocolate. So now let's add it. That, because he's wondering, when is she going to be done? Take that. He did used to have a blue salat thingy, a new blue salat prayer clothes, and well, I'm not sure where it is, but I do still have mine like this with a matching one. So now let's go ahead and do it. Now, if I could type it, since my typing skills are getting much more bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can see the text down here. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But one bad thing is that I not know how to write the text. So let's go back to painting and paint. paper with a sharia. And when is she done? After that, I was waiting. I was holding it while the other one like this. Oh, I forgot to add his feet. Let's color inside his body blue. Let's make it a highlighter to make it bigger. Let's make it biggest and a lot. So let's add that. This is getting much more better. And now, after that, let me close. The next thing after that.
Nobody hear you when you are showing this one. It's okay. You don't need to talk. Nobody watch you because you're only sharing that. You understand?
So the big heart. And let's go ahead and see back. After that, let me make my dad, as I said, he was holding this yellow present. He was holding the yellow present here. And then you see that it is very weird because I was going to draw this for my brother. Then after that, I decided that it was a little bit too weird. So then I changed it into a present. And also my mom taught me about if you have something, it could be good. You could use it for something. Let's do here. And this time let's add my dad, and he is waiting to pick his presents. And his present is the yellow one. Because it has his favorite thing in it. So let's change my colors to black for his face. Oops, that's not it. Erase that, or maybe undo it. Undoing is better. Let's change it to a marker instead of a highlighter. Let's make his head. Whoops, that's not his head. His head is much bigger than his head is much taller than that. Taller, I mean. Let's say, and there he is. And the same thing, he does have a blue coat. He does. It's very getting good. Here's a picture now. So if you look closely, that my brother, which one would he like? Oh, the blue presents. Right there. I hope you see it. And let's look for more information. That he loves it. So let's go ahead. very good. Now, after we've done that, we can comments. Because if it wasn't there, then I would say, needs any feedback, so I'll just do more from my own set. Skills, which I'm really fast at, and about COVID-19, like how many, like what is the symptoms you could if you have the COVID-19, and lexicon 5, how I've completed it, and why did I complete it, and many more than that. And after we've done that, let's talk. Yeah, COVID-19. So after that, let's go ahead and talk about some COVID-19. That COVID-19, when it's the COVID-19, you should not go outside. Because what if that's why in the COVID-19 you should not touch anything. Because that would be bad. Yes, and many more stuff could happen. So now we have...
I was really impressed on you turning that paperwork into a computer work. It's really amazing, Shari. I want to say congratulations. That was really a great job. You see, one of the things when we talk about this COVID-19, there's the viral infection, which is really contagious. But one of the important things we gotta be careful is when you go outside, it's not mean that you don't need to go outside, but when you go outside, make sure that you use a mask, okay? Something that covers your mouth. That means you're not spreading to someone else and you're not getting it from other people as well. And there is some study, research.
You cough in your elbow, not like this.
Right.
Oh, one day
right.
when I was chewing, one day when I was eating while I was coughing, I covered my mouth and then my clothes got dirty.
Great practice, Ashari. Thank you for sharing that. Right. So here is the thing, Ashari. When people are going outside, they need to follow the CDC guideline, the WHO guideline, because there is a guideline what you need to do when you go outside. It's good to have a glove, for example. If you keep can be your body or something else, put on a glove.
And also to prevent from touching your face.
Yes, avoid touching your face. You know,
even germs from your hands could go into your nose or your mouth or your eyes.
Right.
If you're sick, especially your eyes. Your eyes help you to look. If germs come in them, you would say, and you wouldn't see anything.
Every time when there is a challenge like this, Ashari, new technology will come. Actually, one of Ethiopian guy, he created a device, okay, a device that will put it in your hand. It is like a watch. You put it in your hand. When you try to touch your face, it will make a sound, an alarm, okay, and a sound. So it will remind you. But,
I wonder how it knows that that your face
movement. Exactly. So what I am presenting this one is that because whenever a challenge like this, people's thinking, you know, to overcome this a lot of challenge, their thinking is really grow. So you know how we have a goal, Shadi, when you have a goal, you're not gonna get it immediately. That's through different challenge. You put it in a very hot thing, you put it in a very high temperature, and then after that it would turn to gold. Okay, so that means
before we talk about that, let's go ahead and talk about many more stuff, like about that people they only use 10% of the brain. But do you think that is true, or do you think that is false?
Very good question, Ashraria. Yes, I mean, people are really intelligent. Let's see that there are animals in this world, right? They're not as smart as the human being. Human beings are really one of the smartest creature here in this world, but they're not using their potential. Let's see people maybe spending their time in social networking, or they may be spending their time not at building. You know, one thing I'll tell you, Shari, the most important thing is the time you spend on yourself improving. So whatever things you are doing, if you're not improving yourself, you're not changing your family. If you're not changing your family, you're not changing your community. If you're not changing your community, you're not going to change your country, your community, you know, and then it goes on and on until the global, because we are part of the globe. We are living in this world. We didn't come from the Mars or Jupiter. So as far as we're living in this planet Earth, it's an additive. It's an additive. So the summation of everything. So that's an important thing. And another important thing, none of us as great as all of us. So that's why we would like to welcome your feedback while we are doing here at the Global Mindset University or at the Success Coach. Always we are happy to get your feedback. So
yes, that means if you don't work on a team, you won't be able to achieve anything. Also, I have this question. Do you think people use 10% of the brain? True or false?
It's false.
I think so.
They're not even using 10% of their brain.
2%. Just 2%. Yes, some people, when they already know the answer, they just say, that's the answer, but it's not.
Right.
Yeah, we only use 2%.
That's right.
I think I use 10 or 100.
Look, Dia, you know, I sometimes call you Dia, so... Yes. But I want to say this, Ashari, you know, 10%, not even 10%, 2%. So the most important thing, let's say, people might say when they try to study, when they try to memorize some verse from the Quran, they might say, oh, this is hard. Oh, this is, you see, they make themselves down before another person
to be doing that.
Yes. How come those people become smart? How come those people memorize the Holy Quran? How come those people good at their job? Because they give a negative mark.
Yeah, they tell themselves to continue doing that.
See, pulling yourself before someone pull you. Even if somebody tell you that you're not smart, you are weak, and if they telling you your fault, try to take those opportunity as try to take, you know, those feedback as an opportunity to grow yourself instead of to fighting back. No, I'm not. You see, there is a way. People might come in different direction. It can be positively or negatively. Take those opportunities positively and try to grow yourself from there.
Yes,
okay.
Don't make yourself down. Don't make yourself down.
Right.
Wow.
Give a thumb up.
If you make yourself down, you will actually go down. Like if you go, like if you say, oh, that's challenging. No, I won't do that. Nah, I said that I'm not going to do that again. So no. But if you make yourself down, you'll actually go down.
Right. See, when we talk about success, I mean, the main reason why this success coach being here is because of me, not just making other people successful. You know, success starts from yourself. It can be when you make another people successful, that's their success is your story. Like a Sharia success is my story. I can talk about it, right? And a Sharia success, a Sharia and her brother's success is a Sharia's story. She can talk about it. Yes, my brother became good at this one, you see? And I have these people from the community become good at this. So that's going to be your story, Sharia. So that's why we need to help each other. The main thing here, Sharia, we start recording here at class right now with the success coach. She want to share her knowledge. She want to be the best person among the best by sharing her knowledge, whatever she know. Like right now, she wasn't
right. Share your knowledge everywhere.
Right.
Even if you don't want to, you should.
That is correct, Ashari. I'm really happy, you know, you share all those good stuff today, and I really like your paint. It's really beautiful. And it's really, yes, it's really as well had a lot of meaning as well there, which is an important thing. And one of another important thing when you paint is, see, there is hand and eye coordination, because you're gonna use your hand,
coordination,
right?
Which is the benefit of painting. It is part of the benefit of painting, like learning about the emotions, how you feel. Like just like in here, in this painting, you can see that me.
Right.
I feel happy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel happy. So that if they paint me, that means they'll say, "Oh, so you feel happy? Oh, that's nice." Like that. And if they paint a sad face, that means you're feeling sad. Just like in this painting, my mom, she's happy when you look at it.
Right.
The same thing to me. All of everyone. Yeah.
Great. There is, to be successful or to use your time effectively, let's share a couple of tips here. The first important thing here is taking the most important task first. Let's say, what do you want to do today?
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. If you have something that it's not in your plan, then don't do it. Yeah, don't do it.
Right. So yeah, that's sticking with the plan. Like most people, they never stick with their plan, right? So if you stick with your plan, that's an important thing. Let's say when you start your day, you want to do a couple of things, 5 things, right? Or 3 things. First one, it can be reading Quran. The second thing, doing some maths. And the third thing, maybe hanging out with friends. So which one should you have first?
Even I have a plan. My first plan is to wake up in the morning early. Sometimes I don't really wake up early because I'm so tired when I worked a lot all day. And then I wake up early. I change my pajamas before I go to the bathroom to wash my face and make wudu so that I can pray salat.
Right.
And there comes sunrise. Then after that, I wash my face, make wudu, pray salat. After I pray salat, I get ready all my things. Like for an example, after that, I put on my clothes and I get ready to go ahead and eat breakfast. After that, I read some Quran, like memorizing a few surahs of Surah Al-Naba'ah. Right. Then after that, I do lunch. I do Quran for at least 2 hours or 1. Then after that, I do my work, like my main work, which I usually do more. Then I do it for 1 hour or 2, but mostly 1 hour because Quran is more important than that. And then after that, there comes Zuhr prayer. Yes, Zuhr prayer. And then I pray Salat. Then there comes lunch. Then after lunch, I continue doing that, which means 2 hours. After that, there comes dinner. Actually, we pray Maghrib. Then we eat lunch. Then Isha. Dinner. Then Isha.
Right. Great, Ashari. Thank you very much. So, you see, having that kind of plan every day, it's very good for you. All of you can learn from Asharia's best practice here. Start your day by having a plan. What am I going to accomplish today? So if you know those things, what are the things you're going to accomplish? So you need to stick with your plan as well. And you see, how to tell us about a little bit about smart plan, Ashari. What is the smart means?
Smart plan, yes. So mostly about smart plans is that the smart, the S, specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, realistic, and T, time bound. One day when I was creating my plan for the first time, I did this. The first thing I was going to do wake up, wash face, make wudu, pray salat, but that's not that specific. Well, specific means making sure what you're going to do first. First, think about what you're going to do. Then measurable, measurable. It tells you when are you going to do it, starting from here all the way to there. Then achievable, that means you can achieve it. Like for an example, flying. You can't achieve that. Only birds can. And reality, that means make it real, and time bound. Making it at some time. Like you're going to start here all the way to there.
Sorry for the interruption. When you talk about flying, there was one of the guy, Shadia came from Ethiopia, right? And from Ethiopia specifically on the Silte region, so from Hulbarg area. So there was a guy who tried to fly by creating some kind of artificial wing, right? With artificial wing, you go all the way into a big tree and try to, it's good to try,
Yeah.
You need to make sure that what are you going to do.
He also needs to have persistence. Also, one day when I was watching TV, I did saw a man and he had a jetpack. He was trying to fly. It was a fire emergency stuff jetpack. But finally, it failed. He was about to fly high. Then after that, he landed on the roof on his house. Then he fell down.
So, I want to add a couple of things here is, you see, when you have a plan, for example, when you have a plan, people might start from something that's easy for them, something pleasant for them. But I would advise you that start from something that is unpleasant. Unpleasant means, for example, if you completely don't know how to read Quran, start from there. And instead of start practicing how to write. So start from reading.
Yeah, me too.
Something really challenging part. And then you're going to be good at it. So if you are starting down, the barrel of especially unpleasant tasks, something that prevents you to achieve the next goal, that's how you need to start. So that is an important tips here. You want to focus. And another important thing, especially when you have a plan, when you create your plan, you need to start focus on the negative thing first. Negative means something that can affect you for your bigger goal. So you have a bigger goal of memorizing Quran, right? So if you don't have a quiet place where you can sit down and memorize Quran, it's really challenging. You cannot focus even. So
really
try to have that place. Remove any distractors around you. Anything that can distract you. People might post different kind of pictures. You can see the background.
Right now I'm on my studio and no one is distracting me because the door is closed and everything's good.
Right. And another important
now everyone's downstairs hanging out, while I'm just right here making this video with you.
Right. Asharia, would you please tell us about family time? Like relax. Because in your plan, there is one thing I consistently say that you're really good at having that family time, which is time to relax. It can be by praying,
even
together. Yeah, sharing family.
Yeah, after a long time of work, I make them all happy, excited to see me back here. And then what I do like that is I start off saying, hi, I'm done with my work. And mostly my brothers come to hug me. And I sit down at the couch and tell them what I've done and what are the good things that I've memorized, like the ayahs of Surah Al-Naba.
Okay, if you are working on Surah Al-Naba, which but you sometimes work with different. But right now that's what you are working on. That's why you keep telling us about Naba. And I know there is a video. We will put it on the description here. Shadia recited on one of the Global Mindset University special Eid celebration. She have
we made it last night.
Exactly, we have done it last night, which is on the 30. On the 30.
I was a little tired, but I did not went to sleep. I felt a little energetic, and then after that, when we were done, I was more energetic. That means if you do something that would make you a little sleepy, you would say, then it won't make you sleepy. It makes you energetic. I also made it with my brother, but then he was way too sleepy, so then I just let him to sleep.
Right. So another tip we want to share is an important thing is you need to work smarter, not harder. You see why? We want to be smart enough. Let's say if you are going to practice typing, you don't need to just practice without knowing where you need to practice. So what is thing is here is you may be a hard worker to practice, but you may waste time. So what you need to do, you need to go to the proper website like typing.com and remove anything over there and don't look at. You may be slow today when you type, but eventually you will be.
When I started nitro type, when I was starting nitro type, I was getting a little bit slower at typing skills.
Right.
And then after that, when I was working harder, then finally I got to do it.
Right.
I worked as hard as I can without looking at the keyboard, and then finally I've done it.
Good job. Asharia, delegation. That's an important word here is delegate, which is delegation. Yes, delegation or delegate. So what did this mean, Ashari? Let's say you have brothers, right? And I have kids like you and the two brothers here. So sometimes there are some job that's easier for me, very easy for me, and it may be good for you to do it. So I need to delegate you to do that job. For example, once we create a video like this, we usually, have added different things, like it could be like description or re-editing the title, the tag, all those cool stuff. So delegate your work. So when I delegate the Sharia, because I'm sharing here the importance of delegation.
What is the meaning of delegate?
Yes. So the meaning of delegation means, for example, there is in this home I am in here, right? I can do writing a description for a given YouTube channel, and instead of me sitting down writing the description, I will delegate that job to someone who can do it, like a Sharia, and a Sharia can do that job. And
the same thing for me. Like for an example, my dad, he sometimes edit the videos, upload them to YouTube by himself, but when he finishes his work. But when he still has work, he let me do it.
There we go. That's called delegation. So that way, I am letting you to become a smarter person, a hard worker. Right. So there are a lot of things. For example, you may not be able to cook food, right? But there are some foods that you may cook. Like for example, you did some cake with your mommy, exactly. And if it is harder to do cake, but your mommy can delegate you to make some salad. It's very easy. You need to wash them very well, and your job is going to be making salad. You see, that's delegation. And instead of your mommy wasting her time doing two things here, which is one, the cake, and another thing is the salad. So she can delegate you to make a salad. First, she needs to show you, then you know it. Now, from now on, your job will be making that salad. So that way, you'll be good at making a salad. One, two, and then your mommy will have time to take care of something else that has a bigger impact on the family. See? So that's called delegation. And then you as Sharia, for example, you know how to make clothes, right? Folding them. And it's become easier for you. And if you have some bigger thing to do, you can later, could be Mahfuz or Amir, how to fold clothes. And you take them, and then you can start folding while you do something else. You see? Now, you are just sparing time for you to something bigger role that bring big impact. So that's what we call it delegation here. So delegation is really, really important. So you need to start delegating your job, whoever you are, from your family, or if there is brother to his sister, sister to his brother. So something easier for you, you can delegate to someone else and they can do it. And another important tip we want to share is eliminating non-essential. Eliminate non-essential job. See, Shari, eliminate means just clean it up, okay? Non-essential. Something that's not essential. Something that's not good. Right?
Yes. Eliminate. Elimination a special job.
I mean, a smaller job. Something smaller or something that doesn't have that much impact. So not a special, Ashari. If you can edit that will be great. So eliminate smaller job, smaller. So small. That it is small and doesn't have a lot of impact on your
capital.
Yes.
Smaller job. And then add it.
Yes. So what happened? So let's go ahead and discuss Ashari. Small thing, for example. Let's say you are good at typing and your typing is, for example, 40 word per minute, 40 word per minute.
Whoa.
And there is for you a plan to be a computer programmer. You want to be a programmer. There are two things here, typing skill and becoming a programmer. For you, when you compare, if you become already, and if you be able to type 40 words per minute.
40 words per minute, that would be big.
Asharia, that's how you type. So that's enough for you. Then you need to focus on something bigger, which is being a computer programmer. So you need to code more. When you code more, the better you code, Ashari. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yes, the better I code, the more I get to learn about it.
Exactly.
And that's how now I'm learning about creating games with code. Like for an example, Rabbit Racer. It's when there's other players, it's multiplayer, which means you get to race with other players who are real playing it. It has around 4,000 code and around that, and then where there's other bunnies and also you use the arrow keys to move. At least it is a 1 hour race or maybe 6 hour. But what I usually do is, since I am so good at it, I do it at least 10 minutes. Yeah, around 10 minutes. Around 10 minutes. Yeah.
And Ashari, can you tell me some of the tips here on distraction? You know distraction, right?
Oh, yes.
So, how you are avoiding distraction? Let's say you have got your two brothers, and I could be a distractor. Exactly. Look, Ashari, I could be a distractor for you while you are doing your job, or your mommy could be a distractor, or your brothers. Or some
maybe my mom's distraction, like when she is calling someone and I just try to close my bedroom and work. So
what happened here is, Ashari, when we talk about distraction, those people, they may not purposely do it. Let's say you're doing your job based on your plan, and I might just come to your room and say, hey, Sharia, what you doing? And can you do this? You see, you have your plan, you're doing something, and when I distract you, you're losing something, right? You're losing something that's...
It might not be on purpose. It might not be on purpose.
Yes, it may not be on purpose. I may not do it purposely, but it could happen. So what I want to advise here is to avoid the distraction. Always try to be somewhere where
no one could distract you. Sometimes I go into my grandma's bedroom instead of my bedroom, because no one usually goes into my grandma's bedroom. Just me. And
this day, one of the best distractor ever created in this world is this guy. This guy is the best distractor. You know what I would do usually? either I will turn off my phone or I will make it unmute. That means whatever message come, I'm not gonna go ahead and open my phone, turn on my phone and check the notification, check the email.
Even on Facebook.
Yes.
Like on Facebook, I don't really look at the people who said that they want to.
I mean, that's one thing, but what I want to say in totally at all these social media things at all. Okay?
Yeah, social media. Yeah, we should.
People are spending their time working on social media, but when you think about it, doesn't even bring your zero impact at all in your bigger goal. It doesn't make you a hafiz. It doesn't make you a scientist. It doesn't make you a programmer or a developer.
Also, I need to tell you guys, why do I have a Facebook account? It's because I want to share stuff, not look at stuff. My mom has a Facebook account, but she does not share it. Well, she does share a little bit of stuff.
Oh, she
but
do.
Watch videos, which are not in her plan.
Yes, but here, let's add a little bit of spice here when we talk about social media. Most people, they might study, but they study just without a plan. Let's say they open their social media or they sit down in an internet and just Google and read. That may not be good to study.
Yeah.
Always have a plan. Have a plan and start study, and from there you will be good at it. Ashari, I mean, you are really a true role model here, not just for me, for everyone.
In fact, I'm a role model with my brothers.
I want to show something here. This is $1. Do you remember this one?
Yeah, when I was learning about money with my mom.
And then, absolutely, you got this one from your school, Ashari. And I want to let you to read it.
Yeah.
Can you read it?
Yeah. It says, Ashadia, I love how you have many sentences on each page. Well, it was on kindergarten, when I was having a publishing party, when you get to publish your books that you've written. And it was a story about not a pilot, about a pirate, and he never ever saw the beach. Then the first time he was amazed and he decided to look at it. He was wondering why was there those yellow stuff. There was sand actually. And she said, I loved how you had many sentences. Like, and then after that there was a tornado. Then he fell out of his boat into the water. Then he swam up to the surface, and then he was wondering, what is this place? And where's my boat? And then many more.
So, sorry for interruption, Ashwari. Yes, I got a chance to visit a couple of your publishing party at your school, which is Garrison Elementary School. I'll be able to visit a couple of your publishing party. It was really interesting, and I was also amazed on you.
Even if you had work, you decided.
Yes.
You really want to see all the books that I have.
That's true, Ashari.
By the way, I was not expecting you to come, but just you came.
Yes, absolutely, Ashari. Yes, those are really important. So in publishing party, for those of you, I've got a question here, Ashari. It's say, what is publishing party? Can you explain a little bit? Some school may not have that kind of activity. I know it's in
Garrison Elementary School, where I go, does have some. Mm-hmm. In kindergarten, and the same thing to first grade.
Okay, can you tell us?
So usually, what is a publishing party? A publishing party is where you get to publish your books to be real books. Mm-hmm. I did not have clear pictures, so it's not really real books that people get to read. Just people that are in school get to read. And other visitors. Like even other people who are strangers even come. Sometimes it's inside the school, sometimes it's outside. And, well, we get to share it to anyone, even kids. Like when they're done reading their books. They get to pretend that they're adults, and I get to read books to them. Yeah, and also the same thing to our teachers. Even they get to come and read and look at our books that we've made. Yeah, in kindergarten and first grade.
Right.
And it was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. And also in school, we have breakfast at school. That's amazing. And we also have lots of publishing parties, especially many more.
Asharia. That's really sounds interesting, Ashari. I'm always happy to, listen those kind of important activities from school. Ashari is going to Garrison Elementary, which is part of the DC public school. What makes this DC public school really special is having that publishing party. Asharia clearly explained it, but I want to add a couple of things on that. So these kids who are in pre-kindergarten, think about that. They're not even grade 1 or grade 2 or grade 3, but they want to create, those books. They have the book that have a title, that have a chapter. See, think about that. And they become an author of that book. And the family, like the parents, they was there, and the kids confidently read their book. That means they publish that book and they read for the parents over there. I gotta be able to chance to read other kids, like Sharia's fellow other kids' books as well. So that's really.
Also, one thing is that we need to get hydrated anywhere we are.
Right.
We need to get hydrated.
Yes.
It's hydrated everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's really important tips, Shari. You sharing us about the publishing party. What else you can share, Shari? Let's talk about quality versus quantity. When we say quantity is how much you did, and quality means the quality of the things you did. Quality for the quantity. So because that's really important. You might read a book, a page of 100 pages, and you memorize 0 from the book, or you practice 0 from it. That's just quantity. You might say, I read a book, blah, blah, book. No, it doesn't help you because if you didn't put it in your brain. But if you read a book that has just a 5-page from a given book, and you put it in your brain, and you practice, that's the quality matters. What matters is not the quantity. What matters is the quality.
Quality, yeah.
Exactly. The quality of the work you have done. The quality of the work you have done. Let's see, to be a Hafiz, someone who memorized the whole Quran, it's not easy thing. It has 114 chapters. So
also, I think I just heard distraction from your phone.
There we go.
Noise.
You see?
So I'm guessing that means there must be a notification.
There we go.
But I'm sure that you would just ignore that because it's not really in your plan.
I did.
You don't include that in your plan.
Yes. The reason why we keep this phone open here is we are getting a lot of message purposely. We are getting message from the community right now. People are sending us in social media. Exactly. So,
like when someone's trying to log into your account in a website and something.
Oh, by the way, Ashari, we need to make a demarcation here. Is you're reminding me very important thing here. Notification. 2 types of notification. An important notification and something that's not important. So, important notification that when someone logins and that you didn't allow them to do. See, that's an important notification. You need to be vigilant enough and take action immediately. Otherwise, your account will be taken by someone. Okay?
Ooh.
Yes. So notification can be those kind of. Let me share a very important thing here. Sorry. you may remember, I know you was kid, I told you about the Target, one of the store here in US, well-known store. Target has a breach. It has the story of the Target breach, which is a cybersecurity breach. How
I do remember that there was also a toy car that I used to. Well, it was huge, not really huge, but it was like where you get to ride inside it.
Yes.
It was amazing, but I did not ride really like roaming all across the whole Target store.
Right.
But what I did is that I just pretended that I was driving.
That's right. So some of those notifications, especially very important notification, they're not going to give you time, Ashari, to take care. Let's say cybersecurity notification. You have got someone try to log in your server or your email account, or whatever it is. Those kind of notification, you need to take action immediately because it doesn't give you time. Yes. But other notifications like you got an email. Look, reading that email and replying, it may not gonna bring you that much impact in your main goal. You can do it. You need to have a routine on your life. For example, every morning before I start my job, I'll take the first time I'll read my emails, whatever email came through the night and before that day. So I'll read my email. If there is something I wanna reply, very important thing, I wanna reply. And there may be some emails, I'm just going to park them for later. So if they're not urgent, I'll just park them and I will start something that is bigger impact in my life. So
yeah, what about the social one? I don't really look at the social ones. Yeah.
I mean, there are some times, Shadi, you may need to reply to socials, right? So, but always make sure you spend your time something very important and has a meaningful impact in your life. But if not, it doesn't bring you any change, right? Someone may be mad at you if you're not responding their email. They may be mad at you if you're not responding on social media message.
What about spam?
Oh.
Spams are bad because they're like, even I have spam.
You do have a spam. These are the spam are.
Spam and unsubscribe and then it goes away.
Yeah, so the spams are basically if someone take your email.
They're like distraction.
Yeah, these are really a distractor. So you can put it in the spam, and those the spam, once you put it a given email to a spam, the whatever email you are using, it can be like Gmail or Yahoo. So they have an algorithm, an internal algorithm. They know whenever that kind of email comes, they always put it in the spam once you put it first time. So you're training your email through that algorithm to tell them that this is a spam. Whenever this kind of email comes, put it for me in the spam. So you're not going to see it unless you want to see it. You're not going to see it unless you want to see it. Because the spam emails have its own folders, okay? Spam folder, right? It will be there forever unless you're going to read it or delete it. But whenever another spam comes, it will be stay there. Yes. Yes. Important point, Ashari. Thank you very much. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see the Eid picture that you just made. Look at it, Ashari. Cannot wait. Can you make it a little bit bigger so everybody can see it?
Sure. I'll just close everything. now it's being very good, as you know, and right now, since everything is going on and things are completely going gooder, and it's very amazing. Things are. And that it's, good. And now, as you see that we have me having this one, and my dad really wants this one, I suppose. Let's erase that, just as I promised, but I'm not sure I forgot about it. And it was good. It was amazing. And also, since that everyone loves this so much, maybe aha! I think I see something. Oops, that was bad. Okay, I added some circles in there. Maybe some there that might say E-Day. E-Day. Eid. After Eid, let me just add some text at the bottom of here. Some text at the bottom. And let me change the distraction into this. Eid Day. Good, Eid Day. So is there anything you want to tell us more?
It's really beautiful, Ashari. I want to say thank you very much. That's really historic paint, Ashari. It started by planning. So what you did was really a great job, Ashari. You started by doing on a paper, and now you turned that paper into using this computer. Yes. I'm really happy, Ashari. You did this great job. Thank you very much. It's really an interesting work, Ashari. But, you see, those are the things really important. Being focused, being purposeful.
Being focused.
Focused and being purposeful.
Everyone should be focused.
Exactly.
Even though we're busy.
Focus.
Good focus.
Focus. See? Focus. If you don't have focus, you're not going to be like...
You're not going to achieve anything. You won't achieve anything.
Yes.
Because if you're not focusing, like, for an example, if you have a puzzle game, then... Well, I played a puzzle game before, and I was a little bit focusing. So that's how I got a little bit of them correct. And then after that, I refreshed the whole thing, the whole browser, so that it would start me over. Then after that, I was focused.
Nadia, I'm gonna show here an image.
Oh,
this is a historic day. This is a historic day. Bam, ba-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that is a picture of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the success coach Shadia Rashid with the Global Mindset University, Mohammed Rashid Kamal. That's a Shadia. When she was the first time in pre-kindergarten, which is on kindergarten, that was a Shadia. First day of the pre-K. See? Pre-K, kindergarten. So, a Shadia, I want to read it here. Can you read it? Maybe you can read it.
Oh, yes. It says, a Shadia is such a delight to have in the classroom. She has picked up on her classroom routines and procedures so quickly, especially play planning, where she's writing her name, drawing pictures, and writing sentences. Whoa, I had no idea I was writing sentences in pre-kindergarten.
Right.
As the school year progresses, Shadia will be, Wow. Shadia will be... Oh, put it a little closer because it's not that clear. Okay. A Shadia will be learning to grow with complex...
I'm going to read it. It's not that much visible for you. It's at the school year progress, when the school year progress, the Sharia will be learning to grapple with a complex scenario, things that are really complex and challenging, not easy as routine as to understand, something challenging things. That's what the teacher is telling us about a Sharia. During make-believe play practice. See, there are a lot of play practice and are excited to see coming up with. So, that's a historic image when Shari was first joined from her daycare, out of daycare, to Garrison Elementary School. It's an historic, and we want to thank you, her teacher. Her teacher name was Miss Key. We want to say thank you to her again here. Yes, Miss Kyle, actually. Apologize about that. So, that's really an important thing, Shari. So, let me tell you one important thing. The reason why I have this paper was just to show you not only that, but got another paper here. In Ethiopia, there is different kind of transportation. Think about here, there is a taxi, right? Taxi that can take you from here to there. There's a metro. Metro will take you from here to there. And there is airplane. Let's say when you travel from one state to the other state, you may use airplane or you may drive your car. That's another option. Yeah. But
except airplane, they can go above. But cars, they can't.
Yes, they cannot fly.
That happens the time might get spinning around and then broke.
The reason why I use this paper, think about this. In Ethiopia, think that you are in Ethiopia and you are walking somewhere around, not in the capital city of Addis Ababa, but outside from Addis Ababa. Let's say you are in Butajra or Warabe. Maybe this time they may not have that much, but there is called Yeferes Gari, if you remember that. Feres Gari, we call them that. Feres means horse. You know horse, Shadi, right? Feres. Yeferes Gari, to make them focus, you put something over here on their face. Okay? So why you put this one? The reason is because you want to make sure that the first Gari, the one who's driving that Gari, using that horse, you want to make sure that they are focused. So they are undistracted to go and take people from one place to another place. So that's why we need to focus. Think like when you study, when I was at Jimma University, there was a library, a very good library. I love that library. It's mainly for physicians, like doctors. So I was...
While you were talking, I was also searching how many people died from COVID-19 in Ethiopia. And it tells me that 10 people. So smaller than America. I know. That's weird.
Shari, we lost 10 people's life from Ethiopia through COVID-19. This number was one, maybe like a month or 2 months before. Now it's doubling the numbers, it's tripling. So 10 people is not even 10.
It was one on May 6th.
May 6th it was one. Look, we are now on 8th of July.
May 10.
Wow.
And the same thing to May 27.
Right.
And the same thing to May 29 and May 30. But then it started to go. Then after that, it started to grow to 3 on June 1. Then back to 1 on June 2.
My message to fellow Ethiopian or Ethiopians maybe living here in US or in Ethiopia, once they please sure COVID-19 is still there. Maybe believe that COVID-19, which is the coronavirus, is still not yet there. They might think like that, but there is a COVID-19. People are dying. Ethiopia only, a country with 100,000 million population, 100 million, which is a population of like that, they lost 10 people. Lost 10 people. So make sure that you wash your hands. When you go outside, yes, when you go outside, try to cover your face with the mask. Okay, your respiratory with mask. That's another important thing. And as well as make sure when you have any symptom of like can be cough or fever, make sure you call to your doctor and check yourself immediately before you pass it to someone else. Let's come back to Shari. I didn't finish one of the point here, the first gari. So the reason why we put on first gari, especially in Ethiopia, I'm not quite sure around if they are still in Addis Ababa, somewhere in Addis Ababa, they might there, but some outside of the city area. But the countryside part, they still might have. This first gari, they have, you know, that kind of cover over here to make them focus. So you need to focus, guys. All of us need to focus in our work. When you do your job, you need to focus. If you focus, you can finish whatever things you start. You'll be successful in your work if you really focus. That's what is an important thing. Let's talk about coronavirus here in US. If you really focus, what are the means of transmission? Okay, from people to the other people. And if you eliminate those, and if everybody focus, it's not hard. It's not really super hard because there is a success story from countries. Okay, like from European country. There are European countries who have a success story about the COVID-19. They've been in high rocket of the days and the infection. Now it's going down. But here in US, it's growing. So let's put ourselves in focus. That's an important thing. And another important thing is believe in yourself. You can do it, okay? Whatever thing you want to do, you can do it. Trust in yourself.
You can do it.
Yep.
Don't say yourself, oh, that's hard. No, don't do that. Yeah, don't ask yourself that. And don't even say it.
Exactly. So,
and even bring you down, just like in one of the texts that I added.
Right. So that's all I have. This is really one of the longest ever video we have created in Success Coach as well as the Global Mindset University, because we have covered several important points here. Talked about how you can improve yourself. And also Sharia shared a lot of important tips and clues. She shared a lot of tips and tricks we have never shared it before.
I like the name of that. Tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks. Yes. Always ask. If you want to know about, something very, yes, ahead of time ask. What are the tips and tricks I can learn from you to make myself better in typing, to make myself better memorize Quran, to make myself better in computer programming? Ask. You need to ask. Always start by asking a question. It could be you asking yourself. Start asking yourself first. Then once you ask yourself, go ahead and ask those people who know. If you're not asking, let's say someone who is a patient, right? Who have a problem, some kind of disease problem.
Yeah.
You know what the doctor is going to start? They will ask a question. They will ask you a question. When do you have fever? When do you have vomit? When do you have this, blah, blah, blah? See, all those questions are really important. You need to answer very well. Whatever things come to your life, you need to remember those historic events. It can be in your life, in your education, in whatever it is, you need to remember that. So when you go to the doctor,
whatever
yes,
it is, you should remember it.
Exactly. And if you focus again, If you focus, you will remember it.
Focus.
Nothing is hard.
Focus can easily.
Yes. So we start this episode by talking about the Eid, and we are now talking about focus, the most important thing. So undivided attention.
All of our time talking about Eid.
Great, Sharia. So, I know today is the celebration 1441. Can you tell us a little bit about holidays? So here in US, this time is really challenging because you are just spending your time at home and not that much going outside because of this, the grave problem that we have in COVID. But it wasn't there mainly at this time. You might do some video at a given, local community area or around the DC area. But because of this, we need to, again, here, we need to be patient, whatever thing is. They start losing patience when the government was announcing a quarantine, which is literally not a quarantine, but to stay at home, a stay-home order, you see. But we need to be patient. Everything is
yeah, you guys should always stay home. Yeah.
You can go outside and steal a shari, but you need to put on mask and keep your distance. Keep your distance from other people. And then frequently wash your hand. Like, for example, how many times I use my face today? That's an important thing, Ashari.
Yeah.
Great. Is there anything you want to say, Ashari? I know we're doing a very good job as a success coach. Can you tell us a little bit about what success coach, what are you doing in success coach, Ashari?
Oh, well, what I'm doing in success coach is that I'm letting my brothers also do a few stuff. Do learning easy, record it, and also the same thing to Lexia. They need to do both of those stuff, maybe each day, so that they can complete a level, or they can complete a head episode, or they could earn more badges.
Asharia, can you tell us some of the playlists? Tell us some of the playlists.
Some of the playlists in Success Coach that we have is Quran Hifz with Sharia, learn Quran with a Sharia. Well, by the way, both of those playlists are similar. We also have paint with Sharia.
Yes.
Paint. And also my first things, like when I had my first phone. But now I don't really use it that much.
Right.
Yeah.
But Ashari, one thing you're reminding me about teaching English. You're teaching also English as well, Ashari. Some synonyms and some other cool stuffs as well. I mean, I really appreciate that. Reading books as well.
Well, yeah. Well, my mom was the first person to say that I needed to do that.
Okay, so that's
she also records some stuff she also does some stuff like that.
Okay, so that's how the idea came. The idea of sharing, teaching English, like synonyms, that came from your mommy, which is really great. I know your mom is really smart and really intelligent and a great.
Yeah, she is.
Yes. Thank you very much. Can you say something to your mom right now?
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Go ahead and say something to your mom. I'm sure she's watching you or listening you somewhere in this world. So go ahead and say, share your love, share your thank you message to your mom. She's really special. And also she's helping you really in a lot of things. Not just, moms are really special, by the way. Moms are really special. They are the one who carry you for 9 months and a half. And as well as moms are really the one be there for you in your joy, in your happiness, and whenever some incidents happen as well. So it's really important to take care of your mom. Wherever you have a mom, and please take care of your mom. Take care of your mom. Whenever they call you, respond to them. Not the second time, not the third time, the first time. When they call you by name or whenever they need something, be there. Be the first person to answer and to help them. Whatever you're doing right now is meaningless if you don't have a good bond with your mom, with your parents at all. Yes, that's parents-kid bond is really important. See? That's an important thing here. Helping your mommy, helping your parents is very, very important. Always respond to their call. And one of the hadiths, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam telling us that Jannat is really expensive. It's under your mouth, between their legs. It's in there. If you're not good enough for them, you're not going to be even in Jannat. So you need to be good. You need to be kind to your parents. You need to be kind to everyone who are living in this world. even for ants. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the Quran, there is a verse about the ants. The very small ant on the ground. Be kind to them. Don't step on them. See, be kind. Don't step on them. That's an important thing here. So kindness, being focused, trust, helping each other. These are really important points we need to remember and we need to practice. Without those, no one will be successful. Whatever success you have in your life, let's say you completed your high school, or it can be you completed or have a good job, it doesn't matter. All those, we're not going to give you a Jannah. We're not going to make you happy forever. What makes you happy? Having that good relationship with your parents. Help them. They are the one helping you with no one else was there. Right? So the value of your parent to you and to everyone in this world is really important. Now Ethiopia has almost a little more than half of the population is dominated by women in Ethiopia. And think about here in US as well. Majority of the population here is women. They are ladies. Be kind to them. Let's say if you are riding in metro and if you see a pregnant woman or an elderly woman or anyone there, elderly and need a seat, you need to leave a seat if you sit in there. And you can stand. Yeah, be kind, be generous. Yes. So those are really important points we want to add here. And this is why Success Coach is created. Coaching your partner, coaching and helping them out. That's an important thing here. And I want to say thank you so much to Sharia. She's doing a really fantastic job on that. It's not because she's my kid here, but she's really doing a lot of good job with her mom. Let's say whenever your mom is calling you, when your dad is calling, even when your brothers need a help, yes, be there for them. Yes, go ahead, Shari.
Yeah, but also, she's going to need me for one more thing. Okay. So I think I'm going to come back.
Okay, no problem. So that's all. Those are really an important point here. I want to say thank you very much, everyone, for watching us here from the Global Mindset University. This is really an important and valuable day, especially when we talk about the Eid, right? When we talk about the Eid, there is a lot of things we need to remember, we need to memorize, we need to focus. Like I said, that's the word we need to say it again and again and again until we get it. Okay, so that's an important thing here. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Success Coach. My name is Muhammad Rashid Kamal, and I'm here with Ashadia Rashid. We have discussed several important points here. How to become successful. What are the tips and tricks makes a Sharia perfect? What are the tips and tricks? We have learned a lot of those things here. And we are also talking about the value of your parents, listening to your parents, following order of your parents. Those are really an important things as well. So that means if you listen to your parents, you are getting a lot of benefit. There is a mental satisfaction because you have a very good bond with your family. So you're not going to be successful if you're not listening to your parents. So listen, and not just following your gut, follow your families as well. Whatever they are telling you there, you need to listen. You need to focus. Yes, those are really an important point here. And today, we are here celebrating the ul-Adha, which is 1441. So when we celebrate this ul-Adha, and you need to be kind to your neighbors as well. I mean, sharing. Go ahead and share. And when you make udhiyah, and you need to divide that one into, you need to give one part to someone who are in need. And also when we talk about the Eid al-Fitr, which is the Eid that we pass 2 months and a half, there is a zakat al-Fitr, the one you give for those who are in need as well. See, those are here we need to talk, we need to remember as well, right? So those are an important thing here. One of the points here we discussed is about plan, having a smart plan, giving undivided attention to whatever things you are doing. Those are really important. If you're not focusing, for example, one of the question came here is, how can I memorize Quran? Good. To memorize Quran, yes, there are several ways you can memorize Quran. The first important thing, make sure you make yourself ready to memorize. Ready. When you read it, give your undivided attention. Don't take your attention and put it somewhere in playground, okay? If you leave your attention or your heart in a playground while you read Quran, how come you understand the Quran? It's not easy. You cannot easily understand. So give that undivided attention. Undivided. Give it your full attention when you read. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. See, when you read, give your undivided attention, and eventually, I'm sure, I want to say, wallahi, you're going to be successful. Believe, trust in whatever you're doing, and start always from the little, something from small. Always add up. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. If you don't have 1, you're not going to have 5. If you don't have 2, you're not going to have 5. If you don't have 3, you're not going to have 5. If you don't have 4, you're not going to have 5. If you don't have 5, you're not going to have 5. That's it. What does that mean? That means to get to level 5, you need to start from level 1. You need to build on your level. If you're not working on your level 1 skill, that level 1 skill, if you just play around when you are working on level 1 skill, you're not going to be forever to level 2. Because to be level 2, it has more complications. You need to have your hard work in there. Right? Go to level 1, work very hard over there, smarter. That's what is an important thing. Don't work hard, work smarter. Ask people, Google, what are the tips and tricks to easily memorize Quran? Start from there. And ask people as well, those people who already memorize Quran, ask them how they become easily memorize Quran. You can ask them, right? So, finish up the level 1 stuff, go to the level 2, and now you already know from level 1. You already gained a lot of knowledge from level 1, and you have got from level 2 as well. You go to level 3, and now you got 3 things, right? 3 things done. To get up to 5, you just need 2. But if you don't have that, the first one, you're not going to be in 5. See, always start. To build a house or to construct a house, where are you going to start? Are you going to start from the roof? Is that somewhere you're going to start from the roof, right? Or you're going to start from the base? The time you spend working on the base will help you save time when you build the roof. Yes. Spend much of your time building the floor. Okay, the base. If you have that strong base, and you can build not just one house, you can create another story on top, and a story on top of another story. See, just like that. But if you don't have that strong base, ጠንካራ የሆነ መሰረት የሌለው ነገር ከሆነ ይናጋ። ስለዚህ የምንሰራውን ስራ የማይናጋ መሰረት ከስር ማስቀመጥ መቻል አለብን። The same thing, the same principle we can apply on our Quran. ተመሳሳይ principle apply ማድረግ እንችላለን ቁርአናችን ላይ። ኦኬ ቁርአንን በምንቀራበት ሰዓት እንዴት አድርጌ ነው ሐፊዝም ሆነው? እንዴት አድርጌ ነው ዲቨሎፐር የሆነ አፕሊኬሽንን እዚህ ፎን ላይ ቀምቁት ራይት በመጠቀምበት ሰዓት ስልክ ላይ አፑን ተጠቅሚ ዋው ይሄ በጣም ቆንጆ አፕሊኬሽን ነው ወደድኩት እንዴት አድርገው ነው የሰሩት ብዬ በመለበት ሰዓት ይሄንን አፕሊኬሽን ዲቨሎፕ ለማድረግ እኮ አሁን እንደምናየው beautiful ሆኖ አይደለም በባክግራውንድ ወይም ደግሞ the backing, what we call it the backing, there are a lot of code running. See, all that hard work came from those developers. They spend tirelessly their energy tirelessly to come up with that beautiful app. They can help you or guide you or save you your life even. So the time you spent working on the basics or on the base, it will save you to the next level. Like I said earlier, አንድ ብላችሁ ሁለት ለማለት፣ ሁለት ብላችሁ ሶስት ለማለት፣ ሶስት ተብሎ አራት ለማለት፣ አራት ተብሎ አምስት ለማለት የመጀመሪያው አንዱ መስተካከል አለበት። ቆንጆ ቤት ለመስራት መጀመሪያ ቀለሙን አትገቡም ወይም መጀመሪያ ቀለም አትገዙ አይደል እንዴ? ቆንጆ ቤት ለመስራት ምንድነው የምታረጉት? ቀለም አይደለም መጀመሪያ የምትገዙት። የምትገዙት ምንድነው? መሰረቱ ሊያጠነክርልኝ የሚችል ፌሮዎችን፣ ሲሚንቶዎችን፣ ቆንጆ ድንጋይ ከየት ነው የማገኘው ብሎ ሚቆፈርም ካለ መሰረቱን አሳምሮ ከዛ ተነስቶ ነው ቀስ እያለ እየተደለደለ ላይ በላይ እየተጨማመረ ነው የሚቀጥለው። የተከበራችሁ ክብሯትና ክብሯን እየተከታተላችሁ የምትገኙት ከሰክሰስ ኮች እና ከግሎባል ማይንድሴት ዩኒቨርሲቲ ጋር በመሆን የቀረበላችሁ የሚገኘው የ2020 ኢዱል አድሃ ወይንም ደግሞ የአረፋ በዓልን በተመለከተ ወደ እናንተ የተለያዩ ፕሮግራሞችን ይዘን ቀርበናል። በዛሬው ዕለት እንግዲህ ይህ ቀጥታ ከዋሽንግተን ዲሲ ላይቭ ወደ እናንተ እየመጣላችሁ ነው የሚገኘው። የተለያዩ ጥያቄዎች እየመጡልን ነው። በተለይም ከአሻዲያ ተሞክሮ ላይ ብዙ ነገሮችን ቲፕስ ኤንድ ትሪክ ለመቅሰም ችላችኋል ወይም ደግሞ እንድትቀምሱ እድሉን አመቻችተን ወደ እናንተ ይዘን ቀርበናል። አሁን እየተነጋገረን እንግዲህ የምንገኘው በህግ የተለያዩ ነገሮችን እንዴት በቀላሉ ማከናወን እንችላለን፣ ከምንስ መነሳት አለብን የሚሉት ነገሮች these are really an important thing። መሰረታዊ ናቸው እነዚህ። ከመሰረታዊ ነገር የማንነሳ ከሆነ መሰረቱን ጠብቀን አሳምረን የማንወጣ ከሆነ ወደ ላይ መድረስ አንችልም። right? ምናልባት ታስታውሱ ይሆናል አውሮፕላን እኮ ዛሬ የሚያምር አውሮፕላን ተፈብርኮ እንዲህ ከሰማይ የሚበረው የመጀመሪያ ጥንስስ ሐሳቡ የጀመረው እንዲህ በቀላሉ አልነበረም አይደል እንዴ? ስለዚህ እነዚህ ነገሮች እንግዲህ እጅግ በጣም አስፈላጊ ናቸው። መሰረቱን አሳምረን መሄድ ይኖርብናል ነው። መሰረቱ በስተካከለ ቁጥር ባመረ ቁጥር ነገሮች ሁሉ ይስተካከላሉ ነው። ስለዚህ ያንን ልንረሳው አይገባም። መሰረቱን የረሳ ወይም ደግሞ የመጣበትን የረሳ እንደሆነ አሁን ያለበትን ራሱ ሊረሳ ይችላል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ እነዚህ ነገሮች እናስተካከል፣ መሰረታችንን እናስተካከል። አሁን ያለንባቸውን ነገሮችን እያስተካከለን እንሂድ ነው። ኮቪድ-19 እኮ ሲመጣ የዚህ የኮቪድ-19 ቫይረሱ በሚመጣበት ሰዓት እንዲህ እንዳሁኑ ተንሰራፍቶ በየአካባቢው አልነበረም አይደለ? ላይክ በተወሰነች ኤሪያ ነው፣ ቻይና ውስጥ በተወሰነ ኤሪያ ነው የተነሳው እና አንዳንድ ሰዎች አይ ይሄ ጀስት የሰው ሰራሽ ነው ወይም ደግሞ እንዲሁ ወሬ ነው የለምም ሲሉ የነበሩ ሰዎች አሉ። አሁን እያየን ነው አይደል እንዴ? ዘመዱን ያላጣ የለም ወይም ደግሞ በተለያዩ አካባቢ ሰዎችን ያላጣ የለም። ስለዚህ ምን ለማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር ጥንቃቄዎችን ማድረግ ያስፈልገናል። መጠንቀቅ መቻል አለብን። እና እንግዲህ በዚሁ አጋጣሚ አንድ ከተረቶች ወይም ደግሞ ከትምህርቶች ብዙ ነገር መማር እንችላለን። እስቲ ላቅርብላችሁ። አንድ በሬ ነበረ። ይሄ በሬ እጅግ በጣም ለገበሬው ወይም ደግሞ ለበሬው ባለቤት እጅግ በጣም ስራዎችን ሰርቷል። የተለያዩ ስራዎችን አባቱን ወይም ደግሞ ባለቤቱን በደንብ አድርጎ ተንከባክቧል። እርጅና መጣ። መቼም እርጅና አይቀርምና እርጅና መጣ። አረጀ። ይህ በሬ እርጅና መጣበት። አንድ ጊዜ ድንገት ጎራ እያለ ባለበት ሰዓት በጭቃ ይዋጣል። በጭቃ በሚዋጥበት ሰዓት ይህ በሬ ባለቤቱ መጣ፣ አየው። በጭቃ ተውጧል። በጥሩ ሰዓት ተንከባክቦታል። ባለቤቱን በደንብ አሁን በጭቃ መውጣት አልቻለም በፍጹም። ምንም ያደርግ ይመስላችኋል? የአካባቢውን ማህበረሰብ ጠራ። እባካችሁን በሬ በጣም ሲያግዘኝ የነበረው በሬ አሁን እርጅና ይዞታል፣ በጭቃ ተውጧል ምን ይሻለኝ ብሎ ማማከር ጀመረ የአካባቢ ማህበረሰቦች ተሰበሰቡና በአጠቃላይ መጡና ይህንን በሬ ማድረግ ያለብን ይላል ይህንን በሬ ማድረግ ያለብን እንግዲህ አሁን በጭቃ ተውጧል ራሱን ማውጣት አልቻለም ስለዚህ ማድረግ ያለብን አሟሟቱን ማሳመር ነው የወግ የደንቡን አሟሟቱን ማሳመር መቻል አለብን ብለው ይነጋገራሉ ማለት ነው እና እያንዳንዳቸው ሐሳብ አመጡ በዚህ መልኩ ከዛስ ጭቃ ያነሱ በዛው አካባቢ የሚገኙ የተለያዩ ጭቃዎችን በሬውን ሞር ሊሸፍኑና ሊጎዱ የሚችሉ ነገሮችን ያነሱ በሬው ላይ ወርወር ጀመሩ እያነሱ ይሄ በሬ አንገቱን ቀና አርጎ አየ ምን እያደረጉ እንደሆነ ከህሊናው ሊጠፋ አልቻለም እኔ ጎበዙ በሬ የኔን ገበሬውም ደግሞ ወይንም የኔን አባት በደንብ ሲንከባከበው የነበርኩኝ አሁን ብሎ በጥሞና ማየት ጀመረ ከዛ በመቀጠል ምን አደረገ አሁን ወኔው መጣ ውስጡ ላይ ይሄ የነበረው መጀመሪያ እንደው በቃ በጭቃ ተዋጥኩኝ አይ እኔ በጭቃ ተውጫለሁ ብሎ ራሱን አደካክሞ ነበር think about the COVID-19 right now so this COVID-19 we are losing a lot of people here in US and US is leading the world by the number of infection or by the number of people who are dying and think about Brazil who's following us and also now in Ethiopia we have got 10 people who are died through by the COVID-19 so when this ይሄ በሬ እንግዲህ በሚያይበት ሰዓት ነገሮቹን ጭቃ የጫኑበት ነው ከዛ በሬው ራሴን ማውጣት አለብኝ አለ ጭቃውን በሚወረውሩበት ሰዓት ራሱን አርገበገበና ያርገበገበ እያንዳንዷን የሚጥሏትን ጭቃ እየተደላደለ ራሱን ሊያወጣ ቻለ ስለዚህ እኛም በአካባቢያችን ላይ የሚገኙ የተለያዩ ኔጌቲቭ ቲንኪንጎች እኛን ሊጎዱ የሚችሉ ነገሮች በሚመጡበት ሰዓት እነዛን ነገሮች እንደ ጥሩ አጋጣሚ በመጠቀም ራሳችንን አንጠላጥለን አሻሽለን ነው መውጣት ያለብን እንጂ እዛው ተቀብረን መቅረት የለብንም ነው ተከበራችሁ ክብራቱና ክብራን ladies and gentlemen so we are doing this the Eid celebration the ul-Adha 1441 special episode I'm Mohammed Rashid Kamal
and my name is Ashadi
Rashid. So both of us we are doing this really fantastic job today. We are sharing a number of tips and tricks how to improve your typing, how to become a better person or how to create a better version of yourself. So it's almost time to conclude. So we're going to conclude this episode and we're not going to go away and hopefully so let's go ahead and before we conclude today's episode, I want to thank you to Asharia. She's really did a very good job and she's did a lot of fantastic job. I want to say thank you so much to her. And by the way, የዚህ በሬው ጉዳይ እንግዲህ ይሄ ነገሮች በሚከሰትበት ሰዓት ተለያዩ ጭቃዎችን ማህበረሰቡ እየጣለበት ሞር እየተዋጠን ይመጣው አይደል እንዴ ከዚያ ያይና ይሄንን ራሱን አርገብግቦ መውጣት ቻለ ማለት ነው ራሱን አርገብግቦ መውጣት ቻለ ስለዚህ በአካባቢያችን የሚገኙ ነገሮች እኛን ሊጎዱ የሚችሉ ነገሮች ማንኛውም ነገሮች በሚመጡበት ሰዓት ራሳችንን ሞር ሳናዳክም አጠናክረን መውጣት ይኖርብናል እና እስቲ የተወሰኑ ደቂቃዎችን እንሰድና ደግሞ አንዳንድ የመጡ ቻቶችንም መመለስ እንችላለን አንዳንድ ጥያቄዎች እየመጡ ነው የተከበራችሁ ክብራትና ክብራን የተከታተላችሁ የምትገኙት ይህ የኢዱል አድሃ ልዩ ፕሮግራም ነው ከዚሁ ከዋሽንግተን ዲሲ በቀጥታ ወደ እናንተ እየተላለፈላችሁ ይገኛል እኔ መሐመድ ረሺድ ከአሻዲያ ረሺድ ጋር በመሆን ይህንን ፕሮግራም ይዘንላችሁ ቀርበናል ክብራትና ክብራን ይህ እንግዲህ ለየት ያለ ስፔሻል ኤፒሶድ ነው علينا وعليكم عيد المبارك علينا وعليكم تقبللاሁ علينا وعليكم عيد المبارك علينا وعليكم የተለያዩ ጥያቄዎች ወደዚህ የመጡልን ነው። ኢዱን በተመለከተ የተከበራችሁ ክቡራትና ክቡራን እንኳን ለዚህ ለኢዱል አድሃ በሰላም ሁላችሁንም አደረሰ ብለናል። وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا والحمد لله كثيرا سبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الحمد لله كثيرا سبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله የተከበራችሁ ክቡራትና ክቡራን, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Success Coach and Global Mindset University. It's a joint program, a joint Eid celebration from the heart of the United States, Washington DC, coming you all the way down from there. On today's episode, we have been discussing a lot of good stuff here. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of the quality of wildly successful people. What are some of their quality? What makes them really quality and what makes them really successful? The most important thing, what makes these really ambitious people, they are ambitious. In whatever things they are doing, they are ambitious. So that means when you make yourself ambitious in whatever things you're doing, you need to make sure that you are really interested on it. Like if you want to learn coding, first thing is you need to have interest, right? If you don't have interest, something that's not interesting you, you're not going to be successful. So you need to start working on being interested. That means you need to have that interest. If you are really interested on something, you can achieve. So they are really ambitious, and they are also courageous. Courage. That's why I get here in when I was at Deloitte Consulting, I've got the that award from. What did that mean? Courage. So you need to have that courage to talk with the people. Courage to talk with the people whenever things are right and whenever things are wrong as well. Let's say you are working in a team of 5. team of 10. And when you work in team, there are situations, right, that might affect your team. So on those situations, you need to have a courage to talk. Yes. And you need to bring some ideas as well, changing the dynamicity of the team or changing in some of the things. So to make sure that your team is successful. So that's an important thing here. So if people doesn't have a courage, it's really hard for you to be successful, right? It's really challenging to be successful. So one of the successful people's behavior is that they are courageous. You gotta be courageous too, in whatever things you're doing. So I was courageous enough to share my story, how I joined Deloitte. So the story this was on Saturday. I graduated from the GW University, which is George Washington University here in Washington, D.C., with full stack development. And there was a day that Deloitte have a hackathon. It was on Saturday. My wife was sick on that day. And I told to my wife, I have applied to be in a hackathon, which is organized by Deloitte. I didn't know a lot of things about Deloitte even that day. And I went there and I participated in that hackathon. There was 30 people in that hackathon, 30 people, and I was one of them. And in that hackathon, there was a judge from people from Deloitte Consulting. There was judges over there, a lot of managers, and they divide us by asking us if anyone interested. They divide people into different skills. So they tell us to make a bond with people over there, talk to the people. With 30 people, we don't know each other. That was the first day, the first time I see those faces. So I need to have a courage and talk to the people over there and make a team of 3 or 4 or 5, and then you will have a work. They'll give you a requirement. Using that requirement, you need to come up with something informative. So you have 8 hours to do that. They give us a data, 5 years of data, and using that data, you need to clean it. Once you clean the data, you need to make some analysis. Start from cleaning, do analysis, and once you do analysis, you're going to present in front of the judge, and the judge is going to ask you a lot of questions. See, I have that experience from the Ministry of Health Ethiopia to speak in front of the people with no fear, and I'm confident enough. And I did a very good job on that day. And then right after, within 3 days, they called me from Deloitte. Hey, Mohammed, we like your performance. The judges really liked your performance at the hackathon, and we want to hire you to Deloitte. And I said, do you want that? And I said, yes. And I went, they asked me to make a face-to-face interview. And I asked them, which day do you have the earliest? I'm ready. I'm always ready. Tell them like that. And I have done that face-to-face interview. The interview went perfect. And I got another second interview with a bigger manager. Second interview with a director. And I made that interview as well and joined Deloitte. That was really a fantastic time in my life. See, so you need to have that kind of courage to be successful. You need to be courageous to share your story, to be kind enough and talk to the people. And the other important thing, need to be committed. Commitment. You need to have a commitment. Let's say, we were talking a lot about today how to memorize, right? Things. It could be like run or memorizing or studying, whatever things you are working on. So you need to have that commitment to wake up early and study. You need to have that commitment to stay late and study. When people, I want to sleep, I'm tired. I'm going to go ahead and sleep, I'm tired. And at that time, yes, it's good to sleep, but if you have something to do, you need to stay and work stuff as well. Or you need to wake up stuff on that one as well. So because that is really important as well to change your life. Right? So that is an important tip here. Being committed. You need to have that commitment. You don't have that commitment, you're not going to be successful. So you need to be committed. And another important, you need to be prepared. Like I said earlier, always prepare. And I value for preparation. Preparation is the most important tip, most important principle in your life should be preparation. You need to make sure that you prepared always. It could be to take an exam, or even if you're not prepared to sleep, you're not going to sleep very well. Right? So preparation is very important and it's really crucial. Let's say you have a meeting. Let's say you have a meeting with your clients. And if you're not prepared well enough ahead of time, you're not going to be successful in your work. And the client might say, oh, Muhammad, it's not good. You're not well prepared. You're not here to ask me a question, but you need to answer. You see? Make sure you're prepared. So I cannot value enough how much you need to focus on your preparation, whatever things you are working, whether you are working in government or private, your own work, or whatever it is, you need to prepare yourself. And another important thing, be a continuous learner. Don't just learn for a couple of days and stop it. That doesn't gonna bring you any change. If you wanna be a developer, for example, if you're not developing at least 1 hour per day, you're not gonna be a very good developer. At the end of the day, each thing that you are doing, each day and every time you're doing that things will add up and make you a very good developer. So that's what we call a continuous learner. This is the time to be a continuous learner. Think about the India. India, it's a country in Asia. It's one of the country. They've been a poor country, right? But now India is really one of the fastest growing country in the world. So what makes India like that? They work on their education. And people are really a continuous learner. They love to learn. Maybe if you go to India and if you throw a stone among a crowd of people, you may find maybe that person has a master's degree or a bachelor's degree. Could be a PhD as well. See, that much they God pay attention to education. So, be prepared and as well as make yourself a continuous learner, These days, especially, as far as you have a smartphone and as far as you have an internet, you can learn a lot. But don't just block yourself that learning can only get from internet or can only get from a computer. But you can also learn from a book, right? You can also learn from a book. Start from whatever you have. If you are a first grade student, start learning from things that you have. Let's say you can learn from your parents, mom and dad, that's one way, or you can learn from things around you. Don't just waste your time by watching the TV or playing a game. It doesn't bring you that much value to your life. So start spending your time very well and working hard. So preparation. So here in India, there are a lot of the population in India, especially, they are really hard workers. They're very smart people, and they took this training, especially on IT part, information technology, on the IT, on the development part. They are very smart. You know, how many of the population from India have this remote work, what we call it remote, offshore work? Here in US, there are a lot of big tech company. They hire people who reside out that offshore. Ethiopia, one of the populous country in Africa, if the people are smart enough, they can take this opportunity. They can learn a lot from India. think about the number of people who are in there who have a bachelor degree, doesn't have a job. People who have a master's degree doesn't have a job. People who have a bachelor degree in maybe business administration and doesn't have a job. And I want to recommend those people to go and become a continuous learner. Don't stop. Learn every time. I mean, learn your day, whatever you're doing today, learn and add value to your life. And definitely you can be like that. Maybe you can tell me that there is no good internet in Ethiopia. Even the government blocked the internet a few weeks before, like a week before, right? That you might tell me things like that. But that's not going to be an excuse. You can learn from a book. As far as you have a book, as far as there are libraries, you can learn. It doesn't matter you have a laptop, it doesn't matter you have an internet. There's nothing can prevent you from learning. So, learn from there and become a continuous learner. And you will you can harness those opportunities to become a better person each day and every time. If you become a continuous learner, that's an important thing here. And please be responsible as well. Let's say responsibility is the most important thing. It can be in your life. Let's say the things that you are doing right now, if you're not responsible enough, you're not going to be successful. Some people, especially when there is a new year, they might say that, oh, I want to quit my smoking. And I want to learn coding this year. But they will start for the first 1 month, 2 months, or few weeks, and then eventually they're not going to be successful. It's because of the commitment. It's the lack of commitment. If you're not committed enough, if you not make yourself responsible, you're not going to be successful. That's why I keep telling to the parents to be more responsible for their kids. Don't just let them do whatever they want. They might say, no, I don't want to do this. And I want to do this. Be responsible there and explain for them. Right? So that's an important thing here. So those are, some of the key qualities. Key qualities to be a successful person. That's how you become successful. Being a responsible person. Number one, be a responsible person. Be prepared every day in whatever things you're doing. Be prepared. And also, you need to commit yourself. Commitment is really important. And you need to be a continuous learner. Be a continuous learner. And be courageous. It can be to talk or to share your experience. Be courageous and ambitious. Courageous, ambitious. Then there is no way you are not going to be successful. To be a developer, to be a hafiz, whatever you want to be, you will be successful if you follow those tips. Great. So that's all we have for today in this really beautiful day on the Eid celebration. And now this COVID-19 is really impacting all of us, to meet to the people or have that congregation. But I want to say the better yet to come. There's a lot of better days or good days. So be confident enough saying that, inshallah, a good day is coming, a good time is coming. And this time is not just a bad one. We have spent a lot of bad times. We have, especially our grandparents and parents, they have seen a lot of, bad times. So let's be courageous. Let's be strong enough to pass this kind of challenge. And I want to say thank you so much. And again, I'm Mohammed Rashid, and we've been doing this really great job with Shadia Rashid. And if you haven't yet been part of the family of the Global Mindset University, and as well as the Success Coach, you can find the subscribe button just right below here. Be with the family, learn, grow. Great. We'll wish you all the best. And hopefully we can see each other one day again. Until we see each other, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.